Did Zero just shut him down?
It looks like it.
Damn it.
I wonder what he was trying to tell us.
See, right in the middle of...
Right in the middle of what?
An ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
What the hell?
Someone on the other team must have opened it.
Shit, why would they do that?
We have to hurry.
Right, let's go. Hey, good night, Reku. Rest well. We pushed through the magenta door and ran into the warehouse. There stood Phi, Dio, and Kay. Hey! What the hell, guys?
Why did you open the AB gate before everyone got back?
I apologize. We only turned away for a moment.
Dio opened it.
You got a problem with that?
Of course we do.
Why? I don't remember us all promising we wouldn't open the thing until everyone showed up.
This isn't about promises. Are you stupid or just an asshole? Yes.
Probably both. We were able to get back here in time. But what about the others? Tenmyoji, Quark, and Clover are still out there somewhere. What were you planning to do if they didn't get back in time?
Nothing. Why would I have to do anything? Didn't you hear the voice? Anybody who doesn't get back in time to vote just gets their vote automatically set to ally. Seems pretty straightforward to me. So what if they don't get back in time? They'll all get set to ally and all three of them will get 2 BP. Sounds like a sweet deal to me. Tenmyoji's only got 1 BP. I figure he'll be pretty happy to get 2 more. And that'll put Quark and Clover up close to 9. So that's not too bad for them either. In other words, they ought to be thanking me.
Didn't you guys find a note?
What? What's this?
We found it in our safe. Read it.
Here are some more AB game rules for you. Not voting is not an option. If both parties refuse to vote, then every bunny gets penalized.
Well, Dio wasn't talking about himself. He was talking about the fact that if all 3 of them didn't vote, they would all get ally. Or at least that's what he was thinking.
In other words, 1 person out of every color group of 3 has to vote. What the hell, man? This wasn't in our room. Back me up here, guys.
He's right.
There was no such note in our safe.
Oh, well, damn. That's a bummer. I'd never have opened the gate if I'd known about this.
Really?
Of course.
I'm worried about the others. If time runs out,
They'll be penalized, yes.
I know.
Quark is part of that team. Maybe something happened with him.
He seemed a little off before we headed into chromatic doors.
This is bad.
Hey, wait a minute. Where's Alice? She was here just a minute ago. It took me only a moment to spot her. She was several yards away and kneeling down to look at something on the floor. What she was looking at, I couldn't tell. I was about to head over and see what was going on when... Whoa, hey guys.
Quark! Has Quark been here?
Did something happen to him? He disappeared!
Disappeared? What do you mean?
I mean, he's gone! We can't find him anywhere! When was the last time you saw him?
We were heading back here.
Tenmyoji and I went into the lounge, but Quark didn't follow us.
We turned around and started calling for him, but...
When he didn't respond, we ran back the way we'd come.
And you couldn't find him?
Right.
We thought maybe he just hadn't seen us go into the lounge.
So we checked the crew quarters and the infirmary.
But he wasn't there either.
Alright. We need to split up. If we can't find him in any of the Floor A rooms, we'll move to Floor B.
Okay. I need to go tell Alice. You guys go on ahead.
Right, you do that. Hey, Quark! Quark! He's not here. I checked both rooms.
He's not in the other two either. There's no one here.
Tenmyoji and Kay are in the lounge, and Dio and Luna should be checking the infirmary.
Right. Okay, let's leave that to them and head to Floor B.
Second best character in the game. Best character in the game is still 03. You went through the red door with Dio and Kay, right?
Yeah, so?
What was on the other side of that door?
You want to see it?
Yeah, maybe Quark went there.
Fine. Follow me.
Well, the thing is, we cannot be 100% sure that we know where Quark is. Different timeline. This is...
The pantry.
Pantry?
That drawer over there is stuffed with processed food. Wasn't half bad, actually.
You ate it?
Yeah. There was some paella, nasi goreng, schnitzel, yukejang, borscht, and tom kha gai. Oh, and I ate the chef's pasta, too.
That's a lot of food.
Can't help it. I'm a growing girl.
How old are you?
20, I think.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Just stop. I don't even know where to start here. 1, by the time you hit 20, you're done growing. 2, you think you should be old enough to know how old you are. And 3, how on earth are you 20? You look like you're 13 if you're a day. Can't believe you're only 2 years younger than me.
Now that's funny. You must have done a lot of drugs to look like that at 22.
Yeah, give me a break, you little punk.
Don't call me little. I'm an adult, you dried up asshole.
Yeah. Fine. Whatever. So this place has enough food to keep people alive for a few years, huh? Looks like this stuff isn't going to go expire anytime soon.
Yeah. The use-by date is about 100 years from now.
How about water?
There's a tank over there. It looks like they're pulling it out of some kind of well.
Is it safe?
Well, since Dio isn't rolling around on the floor in agonizing pain, I'm gonna go ahead and assume it's okay.
You made him drink it to make sure it was safe?
I guess you could say that.
So you ate all the food without a second thought, but the water struck you as possibly dangerous.
No, I was careful with the food too. Dio had some of it first, and it seemed fine, so I... Oh, I almost forgot.
What?
I ate something else! Twice cooked pork!
Oh, for God's sake. Why the hell are you shouting about that? Wait a minute. Twice cooked pork?
What is it?
Well, that just reminded me of something.
Reminded you of what?
This might seem hard to believe that...
Bullshit.
Oh, come on, at least let me tell you first. Alright. I explained how we found a room called the Golem Bay on the other side of the green door, and how we met a robot there named Golem who told a very interesting story. Yeah, I kinda wish the water wasn't safe to drink either. I kinda wish they cranked up the acidity to the top
I
level.
see.
Or bottom level, whichever way you want to get it.
So the Golem guy was turned off just when he was about to tell you something.
Yeah.
So the last thing he said was, see you right in the middle of...
Yep.
Right in the middle. Middle could be from Middle Kingdom, which is another name for China.
Well, this was utterly pointless.
Really? I don't think so.
Please, explain.
Well, maybe he was trying to say that this game is like the Chinese room. In other words...
Sigma! Phi! There you are! I've been looking all over for you!
What's going on?
Something bad. Something really bad.
Well, come on, spill it.
Alice is... Just come with me. She's in the crew quarters.
No, this isn't real. All I could hear were Zero's words echoing in my ears. Your heart stops, your bracelet comes off. If you've never been in turbulence, it's hard to explain. You feel the sudden alien weightlessness of a long fall, and just for a moment, you're painfully aware of the fact that you are thousands of feet above the earth in a flimsy machine made by fallible men, kept aloft by a scientific principle that nobody actually understands. If you've never seen a friend dead, it's hard to explain, but it's a little like that. I knelt down beside Alice's body and pressed a shaking hand to her throat. No pulse. Her skin had already turned pale. The thing in front of me looked like a human being, but it wasn't being a human any longer. Why had this happened? I knelt there for several long moments, staring blankly ahead. My throat burned and my chest was tight, but I forced myself to take 3 progressively calmer breaths, then stood. I clenched my fist, took one last breath, and turned. Who found her first?
Me. I was looking for Quark on floor B and couldn't find him. So I came back here and... well, you know the rest. Hey, what's that look supposed to mean? You better not be thinking I did it.
Well, suspicion often falls on the first to discover a crime.
Fuck that. She'd already been murdered when I got here.
How do you know she was murdered?
What? Come on, it's obvious. She's got a knife sticking out of her chest. Does that look like an accident or a suicide to you?
How do you know the weapon was a knife?
What?
All you can see from here is the handle. For all you know, it could have been an ice pick or some kind of tool.
Well, yeah, I guess that's true, but I mean, come on. Who wouldn't look at that and assume it's a knife? And it's not fair to suspect someone just because they happen to be the first one to find the body. If you want to be like that, then the last person to see Alice is the person you should be looking at.
Who was the last person to see her?
I need to go tell Alice. You guys go on ahead.
Alice, why? This wasn't supposed to happen. You promised me we'd catch them together. Don't do this.
Clover.
I can't trust them anymore. It could have been any one of them. They killed you, Alice. I can't forgive them for that. I'm going to get revenge. I'll find out who killed you. And I'll...
Hey, Clover.
Shut up! Don't you talk to me! I'm sorry, Alice.
Her voice shook as she spoke. Before anyone could say anything, she turned and ran out of the room.
Wait! Clover, come back!
Tenmyoji took off in pursuit, and I made to follow when...
It's pointless. Even if you caught up to her, she'd never tell you anything. Think it through. There are two possibilities.
Well, we haven't seen an axe here, so... Unless she's got one stored away, she can't go for it. So, you know.
Either Clover killed her, or she didn't. If the former is true, then I doubt she would confess. If the latter is true, then I imagine she'll be just as reticent. After all, Alice and Clover seem to know each other. In fact, they seem quite close. It seems safe to assume that Clover is currently very suspicious of all of us. I doubt she would open up to anyone right now.
You seem pretty calm. Did you do it?
Not again. Well, if you really want to suspect me, please, go ahead. I'm beginning to feel rather accustomed to it. I would ask you to consider my motive for killing Alice. Specifically, the fact that I have none.
Well, yes, but none of us do. None of us have ever met Alice before, right? So why would we want to kill her?
You are correct. But only if the murder had a motive beyond, well, murder.
What do you mean?
Do you remember when we found the old woman? It seemed clear that her killer was Zero Senior, and that they were one of us. There is every reason to think the same person murdered Alice. Perhaps this person plans to kill us one by one. Perhaps the entire nonary game is just window dressing. Perhaps the only reason we are here is so that Zero Senior can kill us at his leisure, in a world of his own creation.
Why would anyone do such a horrible thing?
Presumably, because they enjoy killing. Zero Senior seems to be rather disturbed.
Hold on a minute. That doesn't mean they're one of us. There could be a 10th person hiding out somewhere.
No.
Well, why not?
There's no way Zero Jr. wouldn't notice that. And if he did notice, I really don't think he'd just let something like that slide.
But isn't Zero Jr. just an AI without a body? What could he do?
Maybe. But Zero Senior has a body. Do you think they'd really just let a 10th unwanted participant just run around murdering people?
Well, what if the 10th person is Zero Senior?
Not possible. At least not so long as we assume Zero Jr.'s statement to be the truth. Do you remember? He made it quite clear that the real Zero was one of us.
I thought about what Kay had said. If the killer was Zero Senior, then who could be the killer? Dio? Luna? Kay, perhaps? Or maybe Clover. There's always Tenmyoji. Fi, maybe? No, couldn't be her. I had been with Fi the whole time we were looking for Quark. There was no way she could have slipped away to stab Alice in the chest. Wait a minute. There was one person I'd forgotten. Quark. Seemed like a bit of a stretch to think that a kid could kill someone of Alice's size, though. That meant there were 5 real suspects. Dio, Luna, Kay, Clover, and Tenmyoji. Where had Quark gone?
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Apparently Zero doesn't feel like this is worth stopping the game for. A blunt but effective way to make the point.
What do you mean?
We should get to the warehouse. It seems clear he feels no compunction about killing us, should we disobey the rules. As such, I recommend we follow them.
The others filed out of the room. I turned to face Alice. Alice, I'll find out who did this to you. I promise. I felt my stomach settle back into its normal configuration, and the fire in my chest melted the icy hand from my spine. I stood up straight, gave Alice one last nod, and walked after the others, leaving my regrets laying on the cold floor.
Hey, look! 2 of the AB gates are closed already.
Probably Tenmyoji and Clover.
Wasn't he a pair? Doesn't Quark need to go with him?
As long as one person in each pair is there, it should be okay.
Sharing their destiny, huh?
Pretty much.
That's good news for you, Sigma. After all, you're a pair, but your partner is... well, I'd rather not say it.
Yeah, I know.
Good luck for you, huh, Luna?
What? I don't understand what you mean.
Well, if Alice was still alive, you'd have a hard time choosing Betray. She only had 1 BP left. If you'd picked Betray, you could have killed her. Of course, that's not really a problem now.
Stop that, Dio. I would have chosen Ally regardless. I mean, Sigma's going to be my opponent. And I trust him.
Really?
Haha. This is interesting. If one of you guys picks Betray, we are gonna get a show.
Dio!
Ignore him. How do you and Phi plan to vote?
You even gotta ask? Ally. Of course. Right, Phi?
I don't know about that. It's a difficult question.
What?
Well, if we choose Ally and Kay chooses the opposite, then he'll have 9 points. He can go through the number 9 door whenever he wants. But it's not as simple as just choosing Betray either. If Kay decides to ally for some reason, then you'd end up with 9 points.
So we should both choose Ally. Seems easy to me.
You're planning on betraying me, aren't you, Dio? As soon as you go through that door, it will be only the 2 of you in that room. I've no doubt you could overpower Phi, if you had the desire to.
Oh, give me a little credit. No one has more gentle points than me. You think someone of my stature would resort to violence? The nerve.
Yes, in a heartbeat.
What?
This is just a thought, but why don't all of you promise to choose Betray? Then you wouldn't have to worry about anything. If you knew the other person was going to betray you, you'd have no choice but to do the same.
That seems pretty negative for you, Luna.
I'm sorry.
Nothing to apologize for. We appreciate your suggestion and we'll take it into consideration. But unfortunately, I don't think it's a very good idea. See, my goal is to beat this game.
But, Phi...
Maybe that wasn't the best way to put it. When I say I want to beat it, I mean defeat it. Completely. I want to get us all out of here. We haven't beat the nonary game until we're all out of this place. I guess we won't all be getting out anymore, though.
Oh, you mean Alice?
Yeah. At any rate, all of us choosing betray every time is hardly ideal. We'd never escape.
Then what are you going to do?
Kay needs to choose ally. It's the only way.
How will you make sure I do that? I have no guarantee that she'll choose ally as well.
Would you do it if I could give you that guarantee?
Well, yes, I suppose so.
You promise?
Yes.
Good. Let's do this. Dio!
Huh?
There's someone behind you.
What?
The moment Dio turned his head, Vi was off. With seemingly superhuman strength, she leapt through the air, across the room, and through the AB gate.
What the fuck? You bitch! God damn it, Vi! Open this fucking door!
He pounded on the door, screaming, but it showed no signs of opening again.
Fuck!
He gave the door one last slam for good measure, then ran to the next open one.
Invalid pair detected. Please retry with valid partner. Members of a pair cannot vote in separate rooms.
What? Why the fuck not? This is against the rules. How am I supposed to vote? This is bullshit.
I see. This is how Vi can guarantee her choice. Dio can't vote now, so the chance that Vi will choose ally just went way up. After all, if you pick ally and she betrays you...
Dio will have 9 points.
Exactly.
But don't you think Vi might be worried that Kay will break his promise? After all, if he can be pretty sure that Vi is going to choose ally, then...
You needn't worry. Her plan is very clever. I will definitely choose ally.
2 minutes remain until polling closes.
We don't have much time left. Let's go.
Right.
Okay. Sigma? You are going to choose ally, right?
Of course. We both have 5 BP right now. Even if I did betray you, I'd still only get 3 points. That's not enough to escape. So I'd have to wait until the next round anyway. Make sense?
Oh, I see.
Huh?
Oh, nothing. Never mind. Anyway, you promised. You have to choose ally.
Right. I will.
Seconds remain until polling closes.
Now, what am I going to do? Well, I guess there isn't really any question. After all, I promised Luna that I'd pick ally. But, what if she was lying to me?
I would have chosen ally regardless. I mean, Sigma's going to be my opponent. And I trust him.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And I think we know the drill. There are 5 people in chat. See, Lady Mage has already picked ally. But it is indeed time to vote. So the first one to 3 votes wins, and I already see 2 votes for ally. So if you other 3 people in chat want to see betrayal here, oh, everybody pretty much, that's 4 votes regardless, so we only have 1 other person that could even vote. So we are going with ally. Perfect situation to get stabbed in the back,
the
though.
Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse.
There's a lot of stabbing in the back that can go on right now.
Thank you.
Not just
for
with us.
your participation. Ambidex gates now opening. Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
And she did not betray us. It is kind of interesting that Tenmyoji betrayed Clover.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Thank you, Sigma.
No need to thank me. I just did what I promised I'd do. Anyway, thank you too.
It was nothing. I also just did what I promised to do. Now we both have 7 BP. This is the home stretch.
Yes, it is. I hope we'll get to pair up in the next round too.
Because I'll choose ally?
Yeah, you're an opponent I can trust.
If we were partners, you could pick whatever you wanted then, couldn't you? I mean, you'd get 9 points either way.
Whoa, hold on there. Why would I suddenly choose Betray? I've already chosen Ally twice. I have no idea what that pose really is. Unless, yeah, that's a JoJo pose and Luna's really hiding a stand on us at some point in time.
You're right.
I have no idea what that pose is. So let's choose Ally and get the hell out of here together. Sound good?
Okay.
Come on, why do you look so sad?
Well, it's just... there's a part of me that just can't feel genuinely happy about that.
No, you mean Alice.
Oh. Yes.
We still haven't found Quark either, huh?
That too.
Still, Quark's BP is 9 now. Technically, he's 1.
Why did you do that? Why did you tell me all that stuff for? Were you just lying?
No. Everything I told you was the truth. You have to trust me.
I did! Look where it got me! How could you do that? You're such a jerk! How could I betray you after that? And then you...
Yeah, we need Luna to suddenly transform into Joestar and kick Dio through a wall.
I'm sorry.
Are you Zero?
What? No, of course I'm not Zero.
Then how could you know all that? Where did you find out about that stuff?
I told you,
Don't lie to me!
I'm not lying.
Forget it. It was stupid to trust you. I mean, there's no way.
Clover, This isn't about me. I made a mistake. I got someone involved on all this when I shouldn't have.
You mean Quark?
Yeah.
You did this to get Quark's BP up to 9?
Yes.
But you've only got 4 points.
I'm not important. The only thing that matters is that Quark gets out of this nightmare.
Hey! Where do you think you're going?
Isn't it obvious? I'm going to look for Quark.
Hey, wait!
Tenmyoji didn't respond, just turned and walked off towards the magenta door. Clover started to follow, then pulled up short.
Ow!
She spun on her heel and headed off towards the cyan door instead.
What just happened? I thought Clover had said she didn't trust any of us anymore.
Yeah, I know. But then she chooses Ally. Tenmyoji must have said something to her before the last round started, but what? Come to think of it, didn't you choose Ally too?
Yes, I did. Fi put herself in a situation where choosing Betray would be unwise. If she had chosen Betray, Dio would have 9 BP now. I concluded that her desire to avoid that outcome would be stronger than her desire to protect herself with Betray. And so, I voted accordingly.
That was her guarantee?
Yes.
Then why didn't you choose Betray? You could be walking out of here with 9 points right now.
It's because you promised, right?
Yes, that too, I suppose.
There was another reason?
Yes.
What was it?
It's difficult to explain. I suppose you could say I felt a connection.
What do you mean by that?
Well, when we were investigating the pantry together, I felt that Fi was somehow similar to me. Something in me said, don't betray her. You could call it intuition, I suppose.
Cut it out. Gut feelings are bullshit.
Fi.
Besides, you don't get to have a connection with me unless I give you permission. And I don't remember doing that. You're acting like we're pals or something. Kinda skeeves me out, to be honest.
What the hell, man? He did you a favor and now you're gonna give him shit for it?
You chose Ally too. Didn't you do that because you trusted him?
Not exactly. I just made him trust me. When we were in the pantry, I stuffed my face like an idiot. That got him to lower his guard.
What?
Did you really think that would be enough to convince him? I mean, if you were wrong, he could have escaped and left you behind.
What are you getting at?
Well, I'm just thinking that maybe you felt some kind of connection to him, too.
Oh, come on. How am I supposed to feel a connection for a guy whose face I haven't even seen?
You tell me.
Shut up.
If we could, change the subject, where did Dio go?
Yeah, that's a good
He
question.
must have been here for the results.
Oh, I saw him leave. He checked the results and then left through the yellow door.
So where did he go? Suddenly, the warehouse was filled with the groan and clang of metal doors grinding shut.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round. Star keys are required to open the gates. There is no set limit on usage of the Star keys. The Ambidex gates can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them.
As many times as we want, huh? Then that means...
As long as you have the star keys, you can play the AB game as many times as you want.
You probably won't be allowed to play it continuously, however. There's a period of time between when the doors open and when the polling ends.
Based off the last 2 rounds, I think it's about 45 minutes long.
So you can repeat the game once every 45 minutes or so.
Oh, that's right.
What?
Remember what Zero Jr. said?
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically.
The pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too.
Yeah. What are your bracelets, guys? Looks like I'm a magenta pair.
Me too. Looks like we're pairing up again. Better than getting stuck with Dio, I guess.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
I'm a yellow pair. What about you, Luna?
I'm a solo, but I'm green.
Wait, green?
Yes.
Hold on a minute. Weren't the colors for the first game red, green, and blue? And we used those colors to open the magenta, yellow, and cyan doors, right?
Yes, that's right.
Then the next round we had magenta, yellow, and cyan bracelets. And opened the red, green, and blue doors, right?
Yes.
But this time we've got magenta and yellow pairs, but also a green solo. What color doors are we supposed to open?
And where are they?
Well, we need to check the other bracelets before we make any decisions.
That means Dio, Tenmyoji, and Clover.
And Quark.
We'll need to check Alice's bracelet too. Anyone could just pick it up now.
I will try and find the remaining people and their bracelets. Quark will be my first priority.
I'll come with you.
Very well.
I'll go check on Alice's bracelet then.
And don't forget to, retrieve it. We'll likely need it to get through the chromatic doors.
Right. Sigma, can you come with me?
What? Okay. Let's go. I'm gonna have to see her again. I feel sick just thinking about it.
Shouldn't we decide on a time to meet up? Just in case? Let's see. When do the doors open?
We've still got quite a while.
An hour and 21 minutes.
Then let's take half of that. What do you say we all meet back here in 40 minutes?
Sounds good. Kay and Luna stepped through the magenta door and out of the warehouse. Hey, you don't think Kay's the killer, do you?
Maybe.
Maybe. But if he is, then Luna's in danger.
Maybe.
Damn it, Vi!
You're not one to talk. I didn't see you stopping her.
Well, yeah, but I just had this gut feeling that I could trust him.
A gut feeling, huh? Sure you're not the one who's feeling a connection to our armored friend? I mean, all that plating is pretty flattering to his figure.
That's not it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Have you considered that it might be Luna?
No, that's not possible.
Why not?
Because Luna didn't need a knife to kill Alice. When we played the last round, Alice's BP was 1. Luna was playing against the two of us. All she would have had to do is convince us to vote ally, and she could have killed Alice easily.
She would have just had to pick betray.
Exactly.
But if she'd done that, do you really think the rest of us would have let her get away with it? We'd probably have tied her up or locked her away or something. Besides, there's no way in hell Alice would have chosen ally. The only way to get an ally vote from your pair would have been to physically overpower Alice. Or trick her like I did with Dio.
So, what? You're saying Luna's the killer?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying the possibility exists.
You do that a lot.
Even if she was, I don't think we'd need to worry about Kay's safety. He's got a full suit of armor. I'm betting he's pretty hard to kill with all that on. Alright, I think that's enough of that. Let's go check Alice's bracelet.
Clover! Hey, come on, don't run away!
Run away?
Well, it sure looked like you were trying to get away from us.
I wasn't running away, though I just don't want to talk to you.
Isn't that pretty much the same thing? Look, running away isn't going to do you any good. Don't you want to find out who killed Alice? Well, you're not going to be able to figure that out unless you talk to people.
I don't need to.
Why not?
I already figured out who did it.
Who was it?
I can't tell you.
Why not?
You might be working with them. Both of you could be in on it.
Oh, come on. Of course we're
Forget
not.
about it. There's no point. It doesn't matter what you tell her, she's never going to believe you. Just tell us one thing, Clover. How did you know who it was?
I noticed something.
And what was that?
Alice figured it out too. Before she...
What was it?
Why don't you figure that out yourselves? Anyway, I gotta go.
Hey, wait! Clover! Yeah, there she goes. Ah, shit.
What's wrong?
I forgot to ask Clover what color her bracelet is now.
Oh. Really? That's it? Calm down. She's a cyan pear.
You saw it.
Yeah. Snuck a peek at it when she ran by. And it looks like Alice's is a blue solo.
She reached down and casually picked Alice's bracelet up off the floor.
I'll hold on to this.
Yeah, good idea. I wonder what it was that Clover noticed.
You mean what Alice noticed? Were you even listening?
Fine. What did Alice notice? Fi didn't answer. Instead, she knelt down and began to examine Alice's body. What are you doing?
I'm investigating.
What are you investigating?
What does it look like I'm investigating? I'm looking for any clues to what she figured out before she died. Huh. Found something already. Have a look.
Fi held something out. It was a handkerchief stained reddish-brown. Is that blood?
Looks like it. It's darker than Alice's, so it's probably been on her since before she died.
If it's not hers, whose blood is it? The old lady?
Maybe.
You think Alice killed her?
Who knows? She could have just found this somewhere for all we know.
And you think she figured something out from this handkerchief?
Can't say for sure, but it's definitely a possibility. So, time we moved on. We need to figure out what Tenmyoji and Dio's bracelets have changed to.
And we need to find Quark.
Yeah.
Let's take the blue door then. We should be able to get to the room Tenmyoji, Quark, and Clover went to that way.
Sounds good.
Alice had a nasty case of the hiccups. It says Rec Room. This is the only door that's unlocked.
Yeah. So this is where Tenmyoji's team went.
I'm gonna open it, alright?
How many times do I have to tell you? You don't need to keep asking permission.
Okay.